Welcome, welcome to Perry Girls TV. Ask the Doc. Welcome, everyone. It is Doc Swanner. Hello, Genevieve Posh. Welcome. K Jim MM. Hey, welcome. Tyler's Daddy Milton. Hello. Hope you're having a good day at work. Carla Red, come on in. Excellent, excellent. Hope you guys are doing well. Let me get situated. Hi, Heather. Perry Girls sister. Hi, Perry Girls. Welcome. Let me get my situation going here. Just left the office. Did you have a good day, Milton? Let's get over so you can see my sign. Hopefully you had a good day. Hi, guys. Good, good. It is Doc Swiner. Come on in. As you can see, hashtag Doc Swiner is who I am. You can join me on my individual Periscope page, but I am one of your beloved live broadcasters for Perry Girls TV, and I am your Superwoman Complex expert, family medicine expert. Thank you so much already for hearting it up and sharing it on your Twitter and Periscope channels. I appreciate you. But I am your family medicine expert, general medicine. I do from cradle to the grave medicine every day in clinic. As you can see, I'm dressed because I'm seeing patients this afternoon. And I thank you for joining me for Ask the Doc. I'm on Perry Girls TV on Periscope. Hello, Brenda. Hello, WebEV. Hi, Pingy Ninjas. Welcome. I am on every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm so happy that you're joining me. Please check out perrygirls.com. This group is a wonderfully supportive group for women that want to do live broadcasting. Hey, how are you, lady? Welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for heartening up and inviting followers already. Thank you for sharing. Please check out our lineup of other shows. I know we've just added some more shows. There's a Cooking with an Accent show. I am an MD. I'm a practicing physician, family physician in North Carolina. And so I'm very happy to be with you. We'll check out the other lineups on perrygirls.com. Join Perry Girls on social media if you are a lady that is trying to do more with live broadcasting, teaches you. There you go. WebEV's throwing it up. Full PGTV lineup. And join us on social media. They always are wonderfully supportive, give great social media tips about the new stuff that's hot off the press and helping support one another if you're trying to get more info on social media and Periscope. So welcome. So yes, I am a family doc. I'm an author. I'm a speaker, consultant on publishing, and wrote 2 books on the Superwoman Complex. And I'm so happy to be here with you. Today, we'll talk about a topic that, not as much fun, but is hopefully going to be something that can enlighten all of us as far as focusing more on being lighthearted, loving, joyful, get rid of stress. Stress is my thing. I talk about that all the time, no matter what condition I'm seeing my folks for in my family medicine clinic. I always talk about stress. If we can reduce stress and eliminate stress, we can fix the large majority of medical conditions that we see as a nation, as a country, as in the world. So I always talk about that. Disclaimer, PG Ninjas is throwing it up, is telling us to remind ourselves to seek our own care from our providers. So what I talk about here is what I do and know and have studied and do for my own patients and myself. But if you have any specific individual concerns, please never underestimate the importance of talking to your own doctor. Oh, wonderful. Dalian 11, welcome. Welcome, John Bobai 99, welcome. So yes, so your job is to heart it up here with us and share this out to the world, to Twitter, to Periscope, to invite other followers. I love that. You're already doing it. So dealing with traumatic times. I wrote a blog recently and I incorporated some of this into my new book about the Superwoman Complex, available on Amazon. Wink. But dealing with traumatic times, we as human beings deal with trauma and drama all the time, whether it's loss of a loved one, stress on the job, health issues, etc. That's me, DocSwiner.com. But recently, particularly if you've been paying attention to the news, the world, what's going on, the environment, there's a lot of stressful things happening. It's election time, which can be horribly negative at times, mudslinging and talking about this one and that one and the ads and the debates and all that, both good and bad. I mean, we're a democratic society, so that's, what we need to happen in order to elect as a people, but it often gets very negative. I know that the ads are sometimes brutal. You're like, gee, like their families are watching this, guys. Like, it is what it is. So that's happening. A lot of, unfortunately, the death toll, violence, the, police brutality, the things that are happening on the streets and in our environments and communities. And, it's very heavy, right? So a lot of what I'm dealing with now as a family doc when I see my patients is some sadness, some heaviness, feeling burdened, feeling lost, feeling like, the world is so dark and morbid right now. Like, what do I do? It's affecting all of us. So I talk a lot. I know I don't want to talk. Well, we're going to talk about solutions. We're going to be solution driven and figure out how we can all feel better, do better in this current environment, because you have to be purposeful. You have to be intentional. You have to be purposeful. You have to seek out those things that make you feel better. You have to be motivated. You have to be encouraged. And a lot of that comes from within yourself. You have to actually make the decision to wake up every day, to do certain things, to make yourself feel better, to avoid negativity, to block some of that stuff out. So I'm going to give you some helpful hints. Is that all right? And actually, as we get started and wait for more people to join, I see Elvon7 coming in. Welcome. Join in. As we're thinking, and Jamila M, welcome, and getting ready to start kind of throwing out some things, why don't you all throw up some ideas about what you do to stay positive? Hi, welcome. Stay positive in this current climate. What things do you do? Things that make you joyful, give you joy. Meditate. Wonderful idea. Hi, Patrice D, welcome. Read the Bible. Excellent, Mary Jane. Excellent, excellent. What else do you do? Journaling. That's wonderful. Wonderful. What else do you do? Yoga, deep breathing, spending time with family. Excellent. All these are great ideas. We should all record this, go back and watch it later and go through all of these. Milton says football. Is that watching or playing or both? Norma says praying in the spirit. Amen. Going outside. Hi. Yeah, that's right. Football. Football is good. Going outside, getting the sun rays, some vitamin D. If you're stuck in the building with no windows at work, try to make it outside for lunch so you can get some sun rays in your eyes, some ultraviolet light that will help to increase your motivation, courage. Make your inner circle small as possible. Norma, yes. Inner circle, your squad, your tribe, keeping that close, small. Take a nap. I love sleep, PG Ninjas. You're speaking to my heart. I love to take a nap if you can, especially on the weekends. That's my nap catch-up time. That's wonderful. Wonderful ideas, folks. Wonderful, wonderful. Sun per day. It varies. Sun per day. At least get some sunlight if you can. It's the fall and going into the winter now, so there'll be less time to get sun. 20 to 30 minutes, I think, is great, particularly for vitamin D. And that's, that gives you good energy, helps elevate you a little bit, helps your bone density. So I try to, even if I can't get outside, I'll open the sunroof in my car to try to get some sun rays. But all of us in general should wear sunscreen because we want to protect our skin. I know it's counterintuitive and counterproductive, but sun is good. Just you have to protect yourself. Our world is highly driven on media, particularly social media nowadays. It's far-fetched to find someone who isn't constantly looking at their phone on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, seeing the comments, seeing the videos, seeing what's going on. I try my best to limit, especially if really heavy thing or if a horrible event has just happened. I try not to look on Facebook or social media as much. My husband is a news guru, so MSNBC, Fox, all that stuff, that's like constantly playing in my house. But I have to get away from it. I'm a sensitive soul. So if it's too much, if too much negativity is being shown, being shared, being seen, you have the right and the choice to be able to cut that off. And there was actually an article about this in the Huffington Post recently that I talked about in my blog. It had to do particularly, I know I'm very sensitive. I can't deal with it. But there was a Huffington Post article written specifically for coping with trauma for African Americans. But this extends across all races, ethnicities, population. Everyone can do these things to help with the traumatic things that go on in the world and in your environment. And it was very, easy things that we all know we should do. But it was great to just point them out. So number one, they talked about turning off the autoplay on your social media apps, particularly with like negative and violent videos. Okay. So there's a way that you can go into your app and choose to not have autoplay on. So, you know, when you're scrolling through your social media apps and like those videos just automatically start playing, I don't want to see those, you know, and stop sharing them. That's me. So Huffington Post says turn them off. I say don't share those negative things, y'all. Don't put them on your timeline. Don't just leave it be. Like, you know, if people want to see those images, if people want to see the videos, you know, let them go seek them out. But, you know, yeah, don't share. Don't share, because that just, it perpetuates the negativity. It spreads it. It's not a good, you know, image to see all the time. Just, you know, there are things and episodes and events that happen that people want to seek out more information on. They can go on YouTube and look at those. But for the sake of all of our sanities, try not to share negativity as much as you can on social media. That's Dr. Swider. But you can choose to not autoplay those things so they don't automatically start playing. Number 2 thing that the Huffington Post article mentioned was unfollowing certain people. Hi, Tamora Self-Care, welcome. You might be able to give us some great ideas too on this topic of, you know, how we deal with traumatic times. Second thing that this Huffington Post article mentioned was unfollowing certain people that play or discuss negative topics all the time. Milton, Tyler's daddy, and I, we've talked about how we've had to let some people go recently. Let some friends and family go that just have nothing but negativity and negative things to talk about. What's the point? Like, dude, you're increasing my cortisol levels and decreasing my endorphins every time you open your mouth. I don't need it. God bless you. I'm going to pray for you to get some positive things going on so you can have some positive things to talk about. Like Milton, right? Every time Tyler's at, I think Milton even said, Milton is a friend of mine, by the way, Tyler's daddy. I keep quoting him. So we've had, you know, personal discussions about this, but you don't have anything to be happy about? Never, ever? Then something's wrong. Let's get some positive things to talk about. Have a smile on your face. Sometimes you have to unfollow those people. If you have a particular friend or family member on social media that is always posting the negative, right? You woke up. Thank you. You have something to be thankful for, right? PG Nudges is right on it. Amen, Jamila. If you have those folks, those friends that you follow that are constantly showing these horrible images, horrible negative comments, videos, you may have to unfollow them, either temporarily or permanently. It is what it is. You don't have to unfriend, although I'm a fan of unfriending too. So the unfollow is a warning shot. And then if I continue to feel negative about what you're putting out, I may unfriend you. That's your prerogative. You have that choice. Number 3. So if you're just joining, by the way, welcome. I'm Doc Swiner. Boop. This is Perry Girls TV. We're talking about dealing with traumatic times, particularly in these heavy times of ours recently, and I'm quoting a Huffington Post article that talked about ways to reduce negativity in your world, right? Number 3, they talked about in the Huffington Post about self-care and reducing stress during traumatic times is follow people and accounts that nurture you. So not only do we want to unfollow negative people, we want to purposely follow positive people. So, Perry Girls, like me, Doc Swan, I try to be positive. As much as I can, I try to be positive. Like Jamila M, hopefully. Hello, welcome. Like Perry Girls, I'm part of wonderfully uplifting women's groups, you know, women's speakers associations. And if you're part of a fraternity and sorority and they're particularly positive, and, you know, if you're part of a particular religion, they always have wonderful quotes and motivational pieces. Thank you, guys. Yes, that's me on Periscope. Follow purposefully positive people so that you can have good things that you're looking at. Feed your brain good things, okay? Number 4, and we talk about a lot about this with Perry Girls, ignore the trolls. Don't be a troll. And then if you have trolls in your area, ignore them. Trolls on social media are what we call people that are purposefully saying horrible things or please ignore the trolls. So on Periscope, there's a way, and if any of y'all pop up, we're going to not feed the trolls and we're going to block you. Block the trolls. If people are popping up saying stupid things, hi, Siren, thank you, trying to stress you out, get you off your grind. And that's a metaphor for life, isn't it? That's a metaphor for life. Ignore the trolls. If you have trolls, we talk about, squad, tribe, your people that are there to help and support you. Ignore them, block them, X them out. That's easy, right? All right. Number 5, unplug altogether. Unplug altogether. So I'm quoting some helpful hints from this Huffington Post article on self-care. What mantra? What mantra is that, PG Ninjas? Which one? Yeah, it's a metaphor for life. Unplug. And that's another metaphor, right? Welcome to those who are following or just joined us. Unplugging. So unplugging from social media for a while if things are too crazy. Putting up a comment. Really, Milton, you've not been on Facebook or Twitter? That's interesting. Well, I feel so lucky that you're here on Periscope with us. Okay. Nice. Okay. Sure. Throw up a question as long as it's not a troll question and it has to do with self-care. Sure. Ask questions. But unplugging from social media, taking a holiday, unplugging altogether. So, particularly like right before bedtime, I'm still working on this. I try to not look at my phone for at least an hour, turn off the TV. Get off of it if you can. I don't know if I can be off for that long, Mary Jane. So I feel honored that you're on with us too, being that you've not been on a lot of social media for a couple of years, but unplug for a weekend, 6-month break. Really? Periscope is usually positive, again, because you can choose the people you're following. So purposefully pick positive people. Alliteration. Look at that. I'm a writer. Purposefully pick positive people. I feel a blog coming on, a blog post. So tell me, for those of y'all who have taken a social media holiday, what did it allow you to do? How was it beneficial? Welcome, Liz Yang TV. The 4P, I'm on to something. Don't steal that. Yes, don't steal that, y'all. I got it. Purposely pick positive people. But for Milton and for other people who have taken a holiday from social media, what did it do for you? I'm just kidding. Christina Ross, paying attention to what's actually going on around. Yep, you were more present, I'm sure, present in the moment. Okay, what else did it do for you? More attention to friends and family. Good. Family time. Yep. So y'all, yeah, that's overwhelmingly the notion is to focus on family. We all need to do better. Put that phone down. When my now 5-year-old, who did it? I think when my oldest was about 18 months, checking on people. Time to read. Yeah. When my oldest baby was probably about 18 months, not even 2 years old, she has this play phone, this little Doc McStuffins phone, and I could see her mimicking me by playing like this, texting, pretending to text, and then I also saw her with it like this on her ear, walking around talking to people, and I immediately put my phone down. I was like, oh no, I don't want to be that kind of a role model. Teaching your kids, teaching your kids that life is more than what's on a computer screen and what's on your screen. So less screen time. So unplug for a short time or unplug altogether. If you're on vacation, don't look at your stuff. Unplug, right? Good. The last thing that they mentioned was what you all have kind of alluded to a little bit. Remembering that offline and real person conversations are just as important, if not more important. That's what I inserted. If not more important than online ones. So Milton made a good point. Tyler's daddy made a good point about saying that it gives you this false sense that you're checking in with people. They know you was actually going. That's right. And that's a very false notion, because you get to put whatever kind of persona you want ahead. I have a rule that if I'm not at home on Facebook. Okay, good. Yeah. Good rules to follow. So, it's always best to pick up the phone and call someone. Who's written a letter? To go old school and write a letter. Who's written a letter or a thank you note, handwritten, in a long time? I bought some fancy new cards just to force myself, some fancy new thank you note cards so I can be motivated to actually write people letters. Yeah, nothing beats a phone call from someone you love, being able to see them, touch them, hug them, kiss them. Yeah, real-time communication. Yeah, you do too, L. Hubler. Yeah. So snail mail, yeah, put a stamp on it, put your signature on it. You can get those little stamps, the little wax stamps to make it all pretty. People like that. Putting a personal touch on things. So remembering that talking to a real person is, Huffington Post says, as important. I say even more important. It's so sweet. Yeah, it's nice. All right. You get a birthday card that's handwritten, thank you card that's handwritten, a phone call, a date, an actual date. You say, hey, let's go have coffee and actually talk and look at each other. Date night. Hey, Lauren, welcome. Date night, having your partner. So, my husband and I laugh because sometimes our conversations are literally just like we're texting, like, what's for dinner? Was it, what a date? Come on, girl. Get back on date night. Oh yeah, that's much better than getting bills. Schedule a date night so you and hubby, you and your partner can actually sit and look at each other, put the phone down, look at each other, have a conversation. You know, that's very, very, very important. And you all know all this stuff. We talk about all these things. We talk about unplugging and avoid the negativity and increasing positivity because it helps your hormones. Oh, laughter is major. Good when PG Ninjas de-stress. Laughter is major, major, major. Keep working on it, Jamila. But we do all these things because we want to increase our good feeling hormones and decrease the bad hormones. Bad hormones, mostly, number one, cortisol. You want to decrease cortisol. That's right. Have peace in your home, Tyler's daddy. Oh, yeah. We all have bills we got to pay, Lauren. I don't know about tasers. I'm sorry. You'll have to go to a gun store, protection store for that. Oh, no, yes. So decreasing cortisol is major. We decrease cortisol by resting, exercising, massage, personal touch. Good feelings is what we do to decrease cortisol. So unplugging, getting away from these negativity. Thanks for inviting followers, Sarah. All that is what we need to decrease cortisol. We want to increase endorphins. We want to increase, who's Miss Karen? Who's Miss Karen? Tell me, share. Who's Karen? We want to increase adrenaline for a fair amount. You know, you don't want to have too much adrenaline going on for too much because that'll be stressful. But other good feeling things, dopamine is good. Serotonin is good. Good. Yeah, Lauren, I think I'm going to, if I can force myself, we have a nurse here that's a Zumba instructor, and a couple of times a week, tonight in particular, she has a free Zumba class, so I'm trying to get more into that. So I have no excuse. I don't need to leave work. She's right upstairs, change your clothes, go upstairs, Zumba, work off stress. Okay. So be purposeful. What did we say? What were our 4 Ps? Purposefully picking positive people. That's going to be my new Doc Swiner theme. Join me on Doc Swiner. I have my own individual Periscope page and on social media as Doc Swiner as well. But I'm always excited about coming on to PGTV and Perry Girls TV every week on Wednesdays at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Talk about positive things. Dietetics. What's dietetics? Is that like dietary sciences? I'm on at 1:30. So on Doc Swiner on my Periscope page, I'm usually on sometime either Saturday or Sunday, depending on my kids' schedules. You know, usually it's nap time, like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. It's usually when I jump on, or if I'm doing like a special event. Okay. So Tyler's Day. You know what that is? Okay. Good. Depression and anxiety, all the mental health issues, PTSD, they are real. Get help. You know, so if none of these things, unplugging, exercising, etc., if they are not helping, wonderful, Lauren. That's wonderful. We need a registered dietitian in our office. We may have to talk offline. If none of these things are helping, go and get help. Reach out. Reach out to your pastor, your ministerial staff, folks that do counseling, your doctors, your nurse practitioners, your therapists, go and see someone, okay? We know that therapy and or medications do work. I know people are kind of weirded out by medicines. We have them. We've tested them. We know which ones have worked fairly well. Usually most of your docs that prescribe medications to help with mental health issues have their own arsenal that they've used very well. Look at Lauren and Tyler's daddy talking about dietary medicine. Y'all are just having your own little conversation there. But go seek help. If you need help, go seek help. Do not be afraid. Do not be ashamed. It's not taboo to talk about our feelings anymore. Go and get help, okay? All right, guys. Let's see. What are we going to talk about next week? It's October, so it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so we would be remiss if we didn't talk about breast health. And Tyler's daddy, even though, and the other guys that I have here, you all need to hear about that too. Yes, men do have breast issues, breast cancer issues, clearly women more than men, but so I think next week we'll talk about not just breast cancer, but other breast issues that we need to be aware of for October. Okay. I'll just take minutes sometime. Yeah. Good for you, Lauren. Good for you. If you're dealing with stress, dealing with anxiety, it's out of control. You've tried all the conservatives and it's not helping. Sometimes we need medication, hopefully not forever, but that's why we have them. That's why we have the wisdom of medications. I mean, there are natural things too that we can try, but please follow me at Doc Swiner on Periscope and on all social media. All right, folks. Usually my phone likes to try to shut down at 5 minutes before we end. So that's why I'm trying to wrap up now. I don't want to lose you guys. Thank you so much for sharing. DOCSWINER. Catch me on Facebook. Join my DocSwiner page and we can talk more, okay? Y'all have a good rest of the week. And if you're on DocSwiner for Periscope, I'll be on at some point on either Saturday or Sunday for No Superwoman Saturday. Some good advice on stress and all that, okay? Love y'all. Be good. Be good to one another. Be kind. Okay. Bye-bye.